As a real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona, one of the top questions I receive from buyers and sellers is, not surprisingly, what is going on in the Tucson real estate market? Well, Tucson's market is shifting. Inventory is growing as sellers put their homes on the market for sale, which means buyers have more options to choose from, and demand has softened compared to the red-hot market we saw in previous years. It's now more of a balanced market, which requires sellers to price their homes competitively and be more open to offers with contingencies and requesting seller concessions to cover buyer closing costs. This also means that buyers have more negotiating power than they did just a few years ago, especially those cash buyers. This is a great time to explore opportunities in buying, selling, or investing, so reach out and I'd be happy to guide you through the process. Hey everyone, it's Kimberly, your go-to real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona, and a fourth-generation Tucsonan on both sides of my family. I get asked multiple real estate-related questions by clients daily, but today we're talking about the questions I get asked most often. Be sure to like and subscribe to follow along with me as we discuss everything to do and see and know about this city, my hometown, and when you're ready to buy or sell a home, all my contact information is in the description below each video on this channel. We have over 900 videos on the channel about Tucson and real estate, so binge watch those in your free time. Okay, enough with the intro. Let's get into one of my favorite questions I receive several times a week. What are the best neighborhoods to live in Tucson? Tucson has so many fantastic neighborhoods. Central neighborhoods like Old Fort Lowell, Sam Hughes, Poets Square, and Winter Haven are ideal for those who love charming architecture and proximity to everything, from restaurants, shopping, parks, clinics, museums, the zoo, and so much more. The Catalina Foothills offers breathtaking mountain views, excellent school district, and everything from the high-end condos to luxurious homes. Suburbs like Green Valley and even certain parts of Oro Valley, Dove Mountain, and Vail provide beautiful active adult communities for 55+ residents. Sahuarita gives you a small town with a small town feel, and neighborhoods on the far east and far west sides of Tucson are going to get you closer to those stunning saguaro national parks that our city is known for, plus all of the fantastic hiking trails that come with them. It all comes down to your priorities: proximity to schools, outdoor activities, or urban amenities. Fortunately for you, I work in all of these areas and I'd love to help you explore the options. The third most common question that I get from clients is there enough water for Tucson's future? Water is a big concern for anyone moving to the desert, and it's one of the top questions that I get asked. I always start by reminding people that I am not a water specialist in any way, and I absolutely don't want anyone to think that I am. But one thing I can tell you is that ever since my childhood, Tucson has been a leader in water conservation. We rely on a combination of groundwater, reclaimed water, and supplies from the Central Arizona Project, which brings Colorado River water into the region. Tucson Water also offers rebates from water-saving upgrades like rainwater harvesting systems. While water management is an ongoing challenge, the city is actively planning for long-term sustainability. Check out the conservation page of the City of Tucson Water website to learn more. So what is the wildfire risk in Tucson? I get this question all the time because so many of my clients are moving from places like California, Oregon, and Washington, and many of my clients have sadly been victims to losing their homes in a wildfire in another state. Living in the desert means that we do have to consider wildfire risks, especially in areas near the mountains like the Catalina Foothills or the Rincon Valley. While Tucson itself is less prone to large fires than other parts of Arizona, dry conditions and high winds during fire season can be a concern. Again, I am definitely not a wildfire expert in any way, but for reference, I will say that we've only had 2 major wildfires outside of the city in my lifetime of 44 years. In 2003, the Aspen Fire on Mount Lemmon in the Santa Catalina Mountains burned about 85,000 acres and destroyed about 340 businesses and homes on the mountain itself, although fortunately it never made it down into the city of Tucson. 17 years later, the Bighorn Fire burned almost 120,000 acres on the same mountain after a lightning strike from a storm hit the mountain. To my knowledge, no homes or businesses were lost in that fire. Even though Tucson is certainly not immune to wildfires, it's nice to know that they haven't been too common of a thing in the past 4.5 decades. So how safe is Tucson? What about crime? Safety is an important consideration when moving anywhere, and Tucson is no exception. Like any city, crime rates vary by neighborhood, probably similar to most cities. The good news is Tucson Police Police Department provides detailed crime maps, and I always encourage my clients to do their research and visit neighborhoods at different times of day to get a feel for the area. I always recommend checking out neighborhoodscout.com and the Tucson Police Department's online crime map for detailed information about specific areas. Shifting gears a bit, let's talk about money. How much do homes cost in Tucson these days? Well, home prices in Tucson cater to a wide range of budgets. Entry-level homes can start at under $300,000, while mid-range homes average between $350,000 and $600,000. If you're looking for something upscale, custom-built luxury homes in the Catalina Foothills, Oro Valley, Dove Mountain, and Tinca Verde communities can go well over $2 million. We also have a lot of manufactured homes and condos under $200,000. Plus, for investors, we have a decent amount of duplexes and triplexes, generally starting around $300,000, with fourplexes sometimes priced in the low $1 million mark. The next question is one I get asked all the time from sellers, and that is, what is the best time to buy or sell a home? Well, in Tucson, we don't have harsh winters, so the market remains active year-round. Spring and summer are traditionally busier for real estate, especially for families looking to move before the school year starts. I generally see fewer buyers in the month of December because buyers are thinking more about the holiday season and less about purchasing a home. But if I was looking to buy, I would shop in December because less competition can mean better deals. As for selling, listing your home during peak times like October through May, when snowbirds are in town and shopping, could give you an edge. But remember, the best time is when you're truly ready. Question number 8. Are there any unique challenges to buying a home in Tucson? The short answer is absolutely. Flood zones, older construction with plumbing and electrical issues, flat roofs, tile roofs, HOA rules and regulations, west-facing backyards, the importance of brick walls in your backyard to keep out critters, snake fencing, to say nothing of termites and rodents. These are things that other places just might not have. To this day, I can proudly say that I've never let a buyer waive their due diligence period, even when competition amongst buyers was at its height. You gotta take the car for a test drive before you buy it, and you have to get home inspections before you make that big purchase. I know lots of home and termite and pool and HVAC and roof and sewer line inspectors, so if you're working with me to purchase here, you will get that full package. Now, it probably won't surprise you that I get a lot of questions about Tucson's rental and investment opportunities from investors. Well, Tucson is a fantastic market for investors. The University of Arizona and Davis-Monthan Air Force Base create a strong demand for long-term rental properties in central Tucson, while short-term vacation rentals thrive in areas close to downtown and the Catalina Foothills. A whopping 45% of Tucsonans are tenants renting long-term, and even though that seems like a high number, it makes sense when you think about traveling nurses, university students and visiting professors, and military who will only be stationed here for a few years. Most of those folks won't be in Tucson long enough to want to purchase a home. Meanwhile, Tucson's growing population, winter visitors, and tourism scene makes it an excellent choice for real estate investment for both vacation rentals and long-term rentals. But the number one question I get from buyers and investors is by far the most important, and certainly not an easy answer. What should I know about Tucson, Arizona? Well, Tucson offers a lifestyle like no other. We're known for our sunny weather, outdoor recreation, and rich culture. But it's also important to understand desert living. Summers are hot, so you'll need to plan for proper cooling. Water conservation is part of life here, and many homes feature xeriscaping instead of traditional lawns. The hiking, cycling, and mountain biking opportunities are endless. The animals are unique. The cactus here looks like something out of a Dr. Seuss book. The food is fun and funky and fabulous, and a lot of Tucsonans plan their weekends around university sports. The schools are closed for rodeo break in February, which as a kid I thought was totally normal, and now I realize how bizarre that is. But don't worry, adjusting to Tucson's desert lifestyle is worth it for the stunning sunsets and vibrant community. I hope I've answered some of your questions about Tucson and real estate in general in this video, but I'm always happy to answer more. Throw your top Tucson questions in the comment section below, and I might end up making a video about it if I think it's a long, detailed answer. Of course, you can also reach out to me directly. I'm here to help. All my contact information is in the description below each of the over 900 videos on this YouTube channel, which I invite you to explore for more Tucson news. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing on your way out the door. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next Tucson video or when we go to buy or sell a home together.